What are you doing?
I was trying to turn up the volume I wanted to hear.
That's not how you turn the volume, by pressing the power button.
Well, just turn it on and play again.
Damn, I was in the middle of a game. Why would you turn it off? You had no business doing that.
Like
Damn, bruh.
Yo, why did you turn the game off?
I didn't turn it off on purpose.
Are you serious?
I just walked by it.
You know how long I took to get me in that ball? Why did you do that?
Can you help me clean?
Fuck that, no. I'm not doing that shit.
Why?
Alright, let's talk about something that shouldn't even be controversial, but somehow always is. Men relaxing. Not abandoning responsibility, not checking out of life, not disappearing for 3 days, just sitting down, switching off, being still for a moment. Or doing something basic that helps clear the head. Going to the gym, playing a game, watching sport, zoning out with headphones on, lifting heavy things for an hour and saying absolutely nothing to anyone. Because for some reason, when a man relaxes like that, it's never neutral. It's never just rest. It's suspicious. It's like a wildlife documentary suddenly starts filming, a man lies down for 5 minutes, and you can feel the air change. David Attenborough's voice kicks in. Here we observe the male, resting. This is unusual behaviour. Something is clearly wrong. And the comments start. Not even direct comments. Little ones. Passive ones. Oh, you're relaxing? Yeah, that's the activity. That's what this is. I didn't trip and accidentally land on the couch. I chose this. And God forbid a man has hobbies, because that's where the fun really begins. Going to the gym? Suddenly it's, you're obsessed. No, I'm trying not to physically and mentally collapse by 40. Lifting heavy objects is the only place men are allowed to feel something without being asked to explain their childhood. Gaming? Oh, that one really triggers people. You are acting like a child. Right, because sitting quietly, problem solving, coordinating with friends, not bothering anyone, and actually enjoying yourself is deeply immature. But scrolling on your phone for 3 hours while complaining you're exhausted? Peak adulthood. Watching sport. You are wasting time. Interesting. Nobody says that about binge watching an entire season of a show where nothing happens except emotions. But 22 grown adults smashing into each other at full speed, irresponsible, criminal even. Even silence gets attacked. Sitting quietly becomes you are distant. Thinking becomes you are checked out. Existing without commentary becomes suspicious. States, everything has to be justified. So men, we negotiate. I'll just do a quick workout. No one has ever done a quick workout. That's a lie we tell so people don't think we're enjoying ourselves too much. I'll just play one game. That sentence has ended more peace than any argument ever has. Not because the game takes long, but because you're already mentally preparing for the interruption. Men relax like they are butt in, one ear listening for footsteps, one eye on the screen, one eye on the room. What's hilarious is how inconsistent the rules are. One day it's, you should relax more. The next day, you are relaxing wrong. Too relaxed? Lazy. Not relaxed enough? Moody. Relaxing alone? Distant. It's like trying to solve a puzzle where the pieces change shape depending on the mood in the room. And men notice this early. That's why we develop hobbies that involve leaving the house. The gym, fishing, long drives, just popping out. Because relaxing at home comes with commentary. Nobody questions a man under a barbell. Nobody asks him to open up mid-rep. No talking, no judgment, just suffering quietly and calling it peace. And the jokes men make about this, they are not random. I'll just sit down for 5 minutes before I get in trouble. Everyone laughs, because every man knows exactly what that means. Not that he will get in trouble, that the possibility exists. And that's enough. Men live with a low-level awareness that their rest is being monitored. There's an invisible stopwatch somewhere, and once it goes off, the vibe changes. What's wild is most of the time nothing actually needs to be done. No emergency, no crisis, just discomfort with seeing a man not actively doing something. Which tells you it was never about tasks. It's about perception. And here's where it gets deeper. Because this isn't just annoying, it's psychological. Women are allowed to rest by default. Men have to earn it. And even when they earn it, they still have to defend it. A woman resting is framed as recovery, self-care, burnout, prevention, emotional labour. A man resting is framed as avoidance, withdrawal, neglect, like he's dodging responsibilities he's already handled. This isn't about bad intentions, it's old wiring mixed with modern expectations. Men are still valued primarily for utility, what they do, provide, fix, carry. Women are still valued primarily for being, emotional awareness, relational contribution. So when a man stops producing, something feels off, not logically, emotionally. And humans are experts at turning discomfort into judgment. Nobody thinks, I feel uneasy. Seeing him rest, they think he's lazy. He's not present. He doesn't do enough. Same feeling, different language. Men and women regulate stress differently. Men decompress by disconnecting, silence, focus, doing one simple thing or nothing at all. Women often decompress through engagement, talking, processing, staying mentally active. Neither is wrong, but when one person's regulation looks like withdrawal to the other, conflict is guaranteed. So a man sitting quietly isn't emotionally absent. He's stabilizing himself. He's lowering the noise so he doesn't snap. But because that regulation is invisible, it gets misread as indifference. Here's the cruel irony. A stressed man looks like he's trying. A calm man looks like he doesn't care. The healthier he gets, the more suspicious he becomes. That trains men into a corner. Stay visibly stressed so nobody questions your effort, or get calm and accept being misunderstood. Over time, that teaches a dangerous lesson. Your peace makes others uncomfortable. So men adapt. We always adapt. We disappear into garages, gyms, showers, long drives, just going for a walk. Not because we want distance, but because those are the only places rest doesn't require explanation. Add another layer, anxiety projection. If one person is overwhelmed, seeing the other calm can feel unfair. Not consciously, emotionally, instead of thinking, maybe I need rest too, the mind jumps to, why are you okay when I'm not? That discomfort has to go somewhere, so it lands on the relaxed man. His calm becomes the problem. And here's the part nobody likes admitting. Men grow up knowing their worth is conditional. Contribute or disappear. Carry weight or be dead weight. That belief never leaves. It just goes quiet. So when a man relaxes, part of him already feels guilty before anyone reacts. He's already preparing the defense, already calculating how long he's allowed to sit. That's why men joke about getting in trouble for relaxing. It's humor, but it's not random. It's lived experience. Eventually, many men stop explaining themselves. They stop justifying hobbies. They stop defending quiet. They emotionally withdraw. Not out of spite, but out of self-preservation. That's how relationships don't explode. They drain, slowly, quietly, Not because men don't care, but because caring costs too much, when rest is treated like a moral failure. Men don't fear responsibility. They fear endless responsibility, with no rest, no recognition, and no finish line. If you're listening to this and nodding, it's because you've lived it. And if hearing this makes someone defensive instead of curious, maybe ask why a man needing rest feels threatening. Because rest isn't laziness. The gym isn't avoidance. Gaming isn't immaturity. Silence isn't neglect. And a man sitting down isn't failing at life. He's regulating himself in a world that never told him he was allowed to stop. If you made it this far, you already know this wasn't some rage piece. It's just saying the quiet part out loud. If it resonated, hit like so the algorithm doesn't bury it. Subscribe if you want more long-form talks like this, and feel free to disagree in the comments. Just actually think about why you disagree. I'm not here to sell perfection or pretend I've got it all figured out. These are observations, patterns, lived experiences. Take what's useful, leave what isn't. And if you're a bloke watching this, take the rest without guilt. You don't need permission to breathe. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.